Hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alice and it is Friday, beginning of our weekend. And so what came up today for our weekend thought or thinking throughout the weekend is, am I focused on what I want most? And this came from that really great deck called the Soul Truth deck. It is a lovely deck to have around if you just want to see what can you focus on. Yeah. And so for this weekend, this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we'll be focusing on, am I focused on what I want most? With everything that's going on in the world, it's really challenging sometimes to stay focused. We get distracted from so many things right now. I mean, truly, there's so much up in the air that focusing on what we want most seems unattainable. But I'm here to tell you that it is attainable. At the same time that I picked this card, I thought it was fun that this card from the Chakra Love deck also came up. It was the safety card, which I thought was a great segment from today's reading, from Monday's reading, which was about foundations, right? About what are your foundations? And so let's get into this little juicy weekend thought. Okay. Am I focused on what I want most? Let's read the back. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. Guess who that came from? Tony Robbins. You know, he's a big guy when it comes to focus. Today's soul action. What you focus on grows. So if you're spending a ton of time online and you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, that's your focus. What's going to happen is that energy that you're trying to focus on something starts to diminish. So the more we spend online, the more we diminish the focus of what we truly want. So that's something to really, really pay attention to, because I've been caught up in that as well. Like, I forget. So I have to keep reminding myself that, oh my God, okay, wait a second. What was I doing? And online world is so good at distracting us, right? So that's why it's really important to prioritize, right? So let's finish. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values? Or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. That's a really important thing. Well, for today and every day, is what are you focusing on? Because whatever you focus on grows. That has been anything. That's why sometimes, remember when most of us, or at least all of my friends, at least once I have heard say, I knew that was going to happen. Now, think about that. Was that because you kept thinking about it and the good or bad thing happened? Or was it just coincidence? Did you draw that to yourself because you kept thinking about it, right? Or kept in fear about it, or in love about it? Just something to keep in mind this weekend as you start to really focus and start to prioritize. I mean, March is a huge month to prioritize. Okay, there's a lot happening energetically, planetarily. There's a lot happening. So the more we are able to focus, the more clear we get, and the more magic comes to us. We become that magnet to the things that we desire, right? So this card, safety, let me read it to you. In the hurricane of life, a strong foundation will keep you safe. That's where the focusing comes in. That's where talking the video on Monday about the foundation. This is just spirit is just amazing sometimes. It wants you to pay attention, right? And this card wants you to pay attention to Monday's reading, which was about foundations. Where are your foundations? Sometimes you can't prioritize and you can't understand what your focus or what you want to focus on until you build your foundation. That's so important, right? And safety comes in knowing who you are, knowing what you want, and then focusing your energy upon that. Yeah, so this weekend, take some time to really understand, what is it that you want? What is it that you want? Then let's not play games anymore with ourselves, because, hey, I am guilty of that as well. But this weekend, let's focus on what we want. And remember that the foundation that we give ourselves brings us that safety where we can breathe, we can relax, we can finally find some peace because our priorities are in place. Okay? Let me know what you think. Okay, have a great weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday. Okay, bye.